52 wins, 2 losses, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the renowned challenger and the 2-division champion of the world, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the defending world champion. He wears maroon with blue and gold trim. He scaled with the lightweight limit of 135 pounds, bang on. His professional record, also a perfect one. 16 fights, 16 victories, 12 of them coming by way of knockout. Hard-hitting Honduran 2016 Olympian is widely recognized as one of the best active fighters on the planet tonight. This 2020 Fighter of the Year makes his 7th appearance right here at Madison Square Garden, fighting out of Brooklyn, New York, USA, is the reigning, defending, undefeated IBF, WBO, WBA, WBC franchise, and Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Teofimo Lopez!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to my right and we introduce his opponent. Brisbane, make some noise. He's boxing out of the blue corner.
Across the ring, his adversary fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the purple and the black.
Is here for the official weigh-in. 12 rounds of boxing in the welterweight division. Introducing first from Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. 16 fights, 13 wins by knockout, only 2 defeats. He's the former junior welterweight world champion, Rolando, Rolly Romero.
Left fighting out of the red corner, wearing purple goggles, still the Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in at 134 and 1/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 14 wins, no losses, 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight making his first attempt at a world title. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the colorful and dangerous WBA #1 ranked lightweight contender, introducing the undefeated Rolando, Rolly Romero.
The opening rounds of Teofimo Lopez versus Rolly Romero were tense, with both fighters refusing to rush into unnecessary exchanges. Teofimo tried to establish his jab early, using quick movement and sharp combinations to control the distance, while Rolly stayed patient, looking for opportunities to step inside and make his physical strength matter.
And gentlemen, we welcome you to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, as Premier Boxing Champions presents the featured bout of the evening.
As the rounds progressed, the pace began to change. Lopez started letting his hands go more frequently, mixing straight punches with quick counters whenever Romero overcommitted. Rolly, however, continued pressing forward, cutting off the ring and forcing Teofimo to work whenever he tried to escape. The middle rounds became increasingly competitive, with both fighters finding their moments and neither willing to give the other complete control. Teofimo's speed created problems at long range, but Romero's awkward rhythm made it difficult for Lopez to settle into a comfortable pattern. Every exchange carried tension because both men had the kind of explosiveness that could instantly shift the momentum. By the later rounds, fatigue began to play a bigger role, and the fight turned into a test of discipline, timing, and composure. Neither fighter was willing to take a backward step for long, and the final rounds delivered the intensity everyone expected from two familiar rivals, finally settling their differences inside the ring.
Are the stakes for a fight like this? The winner likely goes on to a big unification fight, the loser a big step back. Is this a must-win for you?
I say, I'm always win. I'm a winner. I'm a winner in life. So we're gonna win.
How do you see the fight playing out?
And new, Teofimo Lopez, the Takeover, 3-division world champion.
Yeah, baby! Good luck to you.
Teofimo's prediction may have been debated all week, but hearing him explain his mindset adds another layer to this matchup. He isn't walking into August 22nd thinking Rolly is better than him. And honestly, that confidence is exactly what we should expect from a former champion entering a fight this important. What caught my attention, though, was Teofimo talking about how much Rolly has changed since they last shared the ring years ago. He knows this isn't the same Romero anymore. That means the old sparring memories can't be treated like a cheat code. Then we get back to that heated press conference, and Teofimo finally explains what flipped the switch. According to him, Rolly's jokes about his past achievements crossed a line, especially when the Lomachenko victory became part of the conversation.
What did Rolly say to you up there that felt like a flip switch, and you kind of got upset or got heated there? Obviously, it got better with the Prince song, but why? What did he say? What got you upset up there?
I think just the whole thing of like, I get it, it's jokes and everything. My son beats Lomachenko and everything, but you know, I don't think anyone has ever beaten Lomachenko the way we beat Lomachenko, and I think that we all could somewhat agree to that. So I just think that if you're making fun of something you do it, you know, have everybody else do it. I think it's not.
Then, of course, we get the Prince situation, which sounds like two old gym friends bringing years of inside jokes into a fight promotion. Boxing really is the only sport where you can go from discussing championship strategy to arguing over Prince songs in about 30 seconds, but underneath all that entertainment, Teofimo is serious about what happens when the bell rings. He expects a technical fight, believes his speed and movement will matter, and seems determined to prove that 147 pounds is where we're going to see the best version of him. He even talks about entering his prime, which makes this fight feel bigger than a simple grudge match. Rolly wants to prove his Ryan Garcia victory was only the beginning, while Teofimo wants to remind everyone why his ceiling has always been so high.
That we know each other very well, expect some technical fight in there in between the rounds, but also very dominant performance between the two.
Teofimo, even in your biggest wins against Loma and Josh Taylor, you exchanged with those guys, which, you know, both guys get hit if you're going to open up an exchange. How do you think you'll handle his punching power Saturday night?
Well, look, even Richard Comey, you know, Richard Comey was the heaviest puncher at 135 in the lightweight division, and that was the first guy I came to for the world title. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like full circle moment for me right now at 147. So it's just not get hit, really work on moving my head more than ever. And if he does land, bite on that mouthpiece. That's all we can do.
That Teofimo interview had plenty of confidence, but Rolly Romero's reaction brings an entirely different flavor to this build-up because this man is clearly not interested in letting Teofimo control the narrative. Rolly immediately explains what actually bothered him during the heated exchange, saying it was the moment their friendship suddenly got dismissed. And you can tell that hit differently because these two have years of history behind them. Then the sparring conversation comes up, and Rolly basically says, yeah, Teofimo may have gotten the better of me in one session, but I got mine, too. That's the perfect reminder that old gym stories can make great headlines, but they don't decide what happens under the lights. Rolly even refuses to leak old sparring footage, which tells me he's more interested in proving the point on fight night than winning an argument online. Then the conversation gets surprisingly serious when he talks about his faith and how much his mindset has changed.
I didn't want to fight Teo. I'll be honest with you, I'm 100%. I didn't want to fight him. Dude, I wanted him to go get a world title, but I thought he was going to go fight Liam Paro or something, you know? But, you know, I didn't want to fight Teo, you know? I wanted to, and not because I don't think I'm going to beat him or any of that stuff. Obviously, I'm going to take the fight. You know, I wouldn't be taking the fight if I didn't truly believe I beat him, right? I'm not fighting anyone anyways. But the thing is, I didn't want to fight him. I wanted to fight Ryan or Conor Ben or Pacquiao or all that stuff.
You think about Rolly's personality. You can't deny that he believes this transformation has made him a better man while still keeping the same fighter underneath, and when he's asked about Teofimo's weaknesses, Rolly doesn't suddenly start giving away the blueprint. He actually gives Lopez serious respect, calling him a great fighter. That's interesting because earlier he was joking, provoking, and throwing little shots. But when the question gets serious, he knows exactly what kind of opponent is standing across from him. Then comes the Ryan Garcia question, and suddenly Rolly is ready to move on from that entire conversation. You can almost hear him thinking, we already did that movie. Now it's Teofimo's turn. And that's what makes this fight so unpredictable. Two friends who know each other, two fighters with something to prove, and absolutely no shortage of personality.
It all up till marriage. I gave everything up. I don't curse no more.
Two more questions, please.
Y'all don't notice I don't curse no more. I don't do anything anymore. I sit down and I live my life. Yeah, but you know what? That's the whole thing too. My relationship with Christ didn't change who I was, but it made me a better man. I'm still the same Rolando Romero. I can still do this. I try to talk in a different way. I do all the stuff, right? But he done cleaned my soul in other ways.
And after all the interviews, predictions, sparring stories, and friendship drama, we finally get to the part that actually matters. What happens when Teofimo Lopez and Rolly Romero are standing across from each other with nowhere left to hide? Teofimo has the speed, technique, and experience to control the fight, while Rolly brings the awkwardness, physical strength, and power that can make every exchange dangerous. The big question is whether Lopez can stay disciplined for all 12 rounds or whether Romero can turn the fight into the kind of uncomfortable battle where his pressure starts taking over. We've heard both men talk. We've heard the coaches break it down. And we've seen enough confidence from both sides to fill an entire arena. Now there are no more explanations, no more sparring stories, no more jokes, and definitely no more friendship excuses. August 22nd is where everything gets settled. So, what do you think? Does Teofimo's skill and speed give him the edge, or does Rolly's power and unpredictability completely change the equation?